So when you talk about overwhelm, when you talk about pressure, when you talk about weight, when you talk about so much on your shoulders, stress is actually a relational dynamic that has more to do with who you're afraid of disappointing than it is about what you can or can't get done.
I was living in the middle of China. My 3.5-year-old son comes up to me and he's like, "Daddy, can we wrestle?" And I had to look him in the eyes and see his tremendous disappointment as I said, "Buddy, I would love to wrestle, but Daddy is so exhausted right now. I just have no energy in the tank." I was literally 29 years old and I was wondering, is the best of my life behind me? And I will never forget the look on my son's face when I had to tell him that I needed to rest. I could not pull myself off the couch. It was quite a few years later that we would realize that some of the mold that we had in our apartment, literally right behind our headboard, was toxic, and it was having a heyday with my immune system, with my brain. And I realized in that moment that I could no longer take something for granted that up until that season I'd always taken for granted.
How many of you have been a part of some kind of stress management training where you leave more stressed out than when you came? That's not what we're here to do to you.
Not about it.
Would you recommend other folks attend his sessions?
110%. It inspired me.
Chris has added so much to our event and it's really about the way that he interacts with people. It's his heart, it's his soul, and just a general care for other people. And I think that's what he brings to it.
This is something that my middle school, my freshman in high school gave me when he was 4 years old. He wrote me this card. And I got it and I went to him and I said, "Zachary, how could you? Don't you know your D's from your B's?" No, of course I didn't say that. Come on, team. How many of you? Now, if we had more time and I would have held that tension, how many of you would have? I would have lost everything I just gave you, right? Of course that's not what I said, because I would never talk to my 4-year-old like that, right? But like we talked about at the beginning, there is someone that I do talk to like that when they make a mistake. The person I look at in the mirror. I don't have that same compassion for myself. Mistakes are memories. This is more important because he didn't say you're the best dad ever. He said you are the best Bab ever. Because you know why? He was only 4 and he was booing the best he could. And guess what, team? You also are booing a goob jawed.